Hops didn't play and ice didn't break. You had a boyfriend hundreds of miles away. I had a girl away for the day. That night I lay by your side. I didn't mean to mess up your life with hero stories and little white lies. Oh, I said love was never real. Now who thought love could ever kill? And in the morning the cold hit our faces. Should I kiss you or beg your forgiveness? Oh, I lied, I've seen you before. Elizabeth, too late was the call. That night I lay by your side. I didn't mean to mess up your life with hero stories and little white lies. Oh, I said love was never real. Now who thought love could ever kill? That night I lay by your side. I didn't mean to mess up your life with hero stories and little white lies. Oh, I said love was never real. Oh, I said love was never real. Now who thought love could ever kill? Elizabeth, you're killing me. Elizabeth, you're killing me. Elizabeth, you're killing me. Elizabeth, you're killing me. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh,
Thank you.
Yep. 2, 3, 4.
How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. Up the back stairs I walk, but soon I'll run down to the Hall of Fame where they all go. When the load I carry makes me slow, but when the burden's truth, the world should know. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. down. They won't believe their eyes when they see where I am bound. When the sun shines, when the sun's so high, when I burn my fingers once, now I burn them twice. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. These eyes have seen through God, and these lips have tasted love, and gold's been far away, but hope has always stayed. And these eyes have seen through God, and these lips have tasted love, and this gold's been far away, while the hope has always stayed. All right now, I'll tell you, why make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands? Why make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands? Gonna make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands. Why make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands? But how many rivers must I cross? I don't know. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. How many rivers must I cross? I don't know. One more time. I'll make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands. I'll make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands. I'll make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands. Gonna make 1,000 people stand and shake these hands.
Two.
Play Paul's part.
2, 3, 4.
Well, I walked into town with my hands by my side. Nothing hurts anymore. Not my guilt, nor my pride. It's the season, so I'm told that your reason starts to fade. And first, as they say, voices calling my name. But now, oh, sweet Sanity, did you call? And I was not here. Oh, sweet Sanity, had no reason to disappear. Well, I never expected all these dreams to survive. This is game I perfected. It's called taking the dive. There's a tree by a brook where we once used to play. Nothing's there anymore except the vows that we made. Well, now, oh, sweet Sanity, did you call? And I was not here. Oh, sweet Sanity, had no reason to disappear, did you? Guitar solo. And you and I here stopped our thoughts of vanity about this long and selfish current. Well, now for a second, sweet sanity, did you say? Did you call around here again? Oh, sweet sanity, come and free me from this ball and chain again. One more time. One more time. One more time. Just one more. Where are those years? 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 Yes, where are those? Come on, come on. Where are those happy days? Just give me my golden days. Is it raining those years? Has the world at my fingertips? Yes. Gone. Gone. Where are those years? Where are those years? Gone, 2, 3, one more time. One more. One more time.
I'm Deirdre O'Donoghue at Snap 575 on this Thursday night. Last night you guys gave a terrific performance at the Palace, and I am real happy to have you here at KCRW. We have the threesome who comprised the nucleus of Hurrah, as well as Steve Price, the drummer, who is a fine addition to this group. Now, you're not ordinarily in the custom of doing acoustic shows, as I understand
No,
it.
this is totally unrehearsed and
Keep
well,
your fingers crossed.
yeah,
I have absolute
done
faith.
without a safety net.
That's the only way to do things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's live, it's wild, it's all yours. Hurrah.
Okay, welcome to the Hurrah Folk Club. This is If Love Could Kill.
Yes, absolutely. Hurrah, performing live on Snap here in the KCRW Performance Studio. Paul Handyside, Taffy Hughes, David Porthouse, and doing yeoman-like work on the drums, on the guitar. Steve Price. This is interesting. This is wild. You should do these shows like this all the time. You could
It's really
travel
good.
around as.
It's really good fun, actually.
Yeah, the money's not too good, but it's good fun.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm in the same boat. This is a station that is completely a labor of love, which is no small part of what makes it fun. It lets me play whatever I want to play, which means since the album Tal God I'm Here first came out, actually, I mean, can we start counting the piles of 12 inches? People who listen to this station have been listening to Hurrah for a long time.
That's good.
Do you want to come in here? Do you want to do another song? Shall we talk? Shall we listen to you play?
I think
This
we should
sounds
talk.
great.
Yeah, we'll talk.
You come talk? Okay,
Yeah.
then what I'll do is I'm going to play a cut from the album about which I have a question concerning the title. So when you come back in here, I can ask you.
Okay.
Hurrah on Snap. That's a song whose title has irrevocably been determined. You've heard me wondering about that for a while because on the album as it came out in England, on the outer sleeve, it was called Who Wants to Live by Love Alone. On the actual label of the vinyl, it was called Celtic. Taffy, you want to explain that to us?
Well, the real title is Who Wants to Live by Love Alone?
So it's
And
resolved.
yeah,
Okay.
Celtic is just a nickname for it. And don't ask me how we got that nickname, and it's just stuck. So,
I kind of like it. It
Yeah.
fit. There's a nice kind of a stomp to it.
yeah, tribal rhythms and
Yeah, it does.
primitiveness.
Now, who have we lost? We've lost one of you here. That was a wonderful performance. I can't thank you enough because I know that there was some hesitation about doing it, but it worked out well. That's the
Thanks
nature
very
of this
much.
show. Oh, thank you. This is and it's Steve Price who was playing the guitar as percussion, and did actually my introduction to you. Well, I find out that now you're on some of the cuts that I know. But my knowledgeable introduction to you was last night in the show at the Palace, which was really a shame that you ended up going on so late. But the people who were there were definitely moving. Everyone all around me knew all the words, and there was a good deal more excitement for the band, for the group per se,
nice,
than for anybody else I saw through the course of the evening. So whatever it felt like to you on stage,
Felt really good.
did it?
And we'd like to thank
Yeah.
the audience, because they were a really good audience.
Yeah, we'll have them again.
It's hard. Well, you definitely have to come back, and we have to put you in some club that we can jam to the rafters on a weekend night,
Look forward to that.
and actually get you back in here with all of your equipment. Although I don't know, I may insist that whenever you come back,
Acoustic.
you play acoustic now. There's a story which may or may not be apocryphal, and maybe you can clear this up too, about being in such dire straits at one point that you sold your guitars to continue making music, to continue surviving borrowed guitars from other bands.
Well,
is that really true?
Yeah, it got to the point where we were in debt, and quite a lot to our managers financially, and we had to actually just sell some like equipment, guitars and amps, just to like have money for ourselves really. When we came to record the album Tell God I'm Here, we didn't actually have the guitars and amps that we needed. We borrowed them off Prefab Sprout. I don't know, do you know that group?
Oh yes.
They kind of lent us guitars and amplifiers to go and record the album with, so that album's recorded with Prefab Sprout instruments. We didn't actually have any for that.
Well, I think that deserves a round of applause to keep going in the face of that kind of adversity.
Well, it's just we've had so much support from Kitchenware and our managers and all the other groups as well. We've often thought, what's the point of going on? But everybody's always rallied around us and said, come on, you've got to keep going, you'll get there in the end. So we owe a lot of thanks to a lot of people.
I agree with them completely. Don't stop. Keep making the music, because I think it's some of the most glorious sounds that I've ever heard. I mean, it moves it to a different direction. I hate categories for music, so I don't like attaching things. The closest we come to calling things here is avant pop, which means nothing, or whatever you want it to mean, or bent music, which my general manager doesn't like, but it's midnight, what the hell? She'll never hear this. Having said that, of course, she'll be on the phone in 2 minutes. Whatever category we might want to put it into, I think that as exposure to the music grows, certainly in this country, I think you're going to have a huge audience. What are your plans for the immediate future?
We fly back to London tomorrow, and after about 5 days rest, we go back into the studio and we're recording our second album.
Yeah,
So
that's good
that should be
news.
finished by about next spring, and hopefully we'll get back over here.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Well, you're always welcome here. I'd love to. This has been, what, a 5-6 week tour with the Foreplay?
That's right, yeah, about 28 gigs, and the last gig was last night.
So having lived with these guys in buses for that length of time, you know them real well now.
We know everything about each other.
Any particular stories you'd care to tell?
Well, we could spill the beans on a few things, but it's not worth it really.
What
We
color
don't.
is Will Sexton's underwear?
He doesn't wear any.
Well, there you go. It's a stupid question. I didn't actually expect a
You're
response
blushing.
from that taffy.
Why are you blushing?
Who, me? Oh, must be because I'm Irish. I don't know. I want to say thanks to Jeff Sykes, my engineer and producer, for the sound that he provided with that.
Yeah.
He also does sound
Yeah, he
and
did a good job.
sound and audio work for all phases of.
Yeah,
all
if he ever
different
wants to
kinds of-
come on the road with us, he's welcome.
Oh, there you go, Jeffrey. Another job offer. It happens to him. If people try to steal him away from me right, left, and center, you can only have him if you're in town. Okay? And you promise to take good care of him. I also want to say thanks to Steve Teslick from Texas Records and to Steve Wynn from the Dream Syndicate for loaning guitars for the use of
Thanks
this.
very much.
I'm not sure where, in fact, they ended up, in whose hands, but they were here. So thanks to them for helping out. We're going to play a song from the album Tell God I'm Here, which is actually also a CD and a cassette, and Hurrah's record company has quite nicely made available to us a supply of these cassettes. Now this is going to be, if you're in this audience and you haven't bought this album yet, well, I know there's a few of you who are stragglers, but if you don't have Tell God I'm Here and you would like to have it in your collection as a cassette, if you call me 213-450-3524 and convince Tina that you know what you're talking about, and we'll mail you one. And this song is, which one did we pick? I forgot now.
How High the Moon.
High the Moon. Tell me about writing this one, if it was...
It's about sort of growing up, really. It's a personal song.
It's a beautiful song.
yeah,
It's
good.
gorgeous. From Hurrah's album, Tell God I'm Here. Wonderful piece of music. On Snap, on KCRW. Glorious, powerful, magnetic, enchanting music from the band called Hurrah. In case you can't tell, I'm a fan, and I'm real pleased to have you here in the studio. And thank you once again for doing those. And you picked my favorite songs, although actually it's so hard to say because I have different favorite songs all the time, but you couldn't have done better. Sweet Sanity, when it came out, was a song that ruled my life. It was one of those important psychological factors where I had to hear it at least 30 or 40 times a day.
You must have got a lot done during that time.
Walkmans, the answer, one of the whizzes of modern life that make dangerous living completely possible. The most recent recording that has come out of Hurrah is a fairly spurious one, and I wanted to ask you about that before we get off the air. Varieties of stories in the British music press concerning whether or not this new live, or not new, but newly released live recording is legit. What's the scoop?
No, it's not. It's actually a bootleg album, and it's released by, this guy called Kevin Pearce, who once was a friend of ours. He probably still is. If we meet him, we haven't met him for a long time. And it's a recording of a gig we played about 2.5 years ago. And unfortunately, it was only recorded on a Walkman, on a handheld thing, and so the quality is really bad.
Plus our playing and singing was absolutely diabolical.
Yeah. Well, I think the sound quality of it certainly doesn't do you justice, as we have amply proved here tonight, and as you proved last night at the Palace.
We're not embarrassed about singing or playing badly live because we still do it now. No, I mean, we don't care about stuff like
life.
But the only thing is that people think that Hurrah have got a live album out, and they go and buy it, and they pay sort of a lot of money for something which is not really worth much, really. If you want a live tape, then you should come to the gig and tape your own gig and keep that,
Don't buy it.
Don't spend money. That's the only thing that we don't like about it. If it was free, that would be great. But
we're not really against bootlegs, because sometimes 9 times out of 10 they're better than what the companies release and things like that. But it's just the fact that the price is really extortionate, I think.
And especially here. I mean, this is like $12, $13, $14, whatever. And now that we've said this and revealed all this, the price is going to skyrocket. But it certainly doesn't do you justice in knowing that it's not something that you're in favor of. I want to encourage everyone not to buy it. And you don't make any money off of this either.
If you can tape it off somebody, you can have it that way if you want, but don't go and buy it.
The man from Arista Records is turning all shades of pale, even though it has nothing to do with him.
He wouldn't get any of it.
The whole concept. No, just the idea of
I don't know
I
don't know where the money's going to.
Spend the money until God I'm here. It is definitely a worthwhile collection of songs. Gentlemen, I have to make way for Steve Peckman and Late Night Notes here, but I cannot thank you enough for coming by.
Been a pleasure.
I hope that when you do come back in the spring, we should do a whole full-on set. Do a whole show. And I will say thanks to Taff Hughes and Paul Handyside and David Porthouse and Steve Price, if I got all the names right.
That's right.
It's always strange when you've known someone musically for years and you're meeting them for the first time.
Yeah, could we just thank all the people of Los Angeles for the last 2 days? It's been really good fun, and everybody has looked after us tremendously. So it's our favourite city in America.
Well, thanks for coming here, and come back when you come in the spring. Good luck with the new album.
Thank you.
We look forward to hearing that. Hurrah!